Okay. Okay, welcome back each and every one of you. Welcome back to our stats and probs problems. Are you ready for the last two? I hope you're ready because it's time to do more filming. Let's go. So now let's go to the next question. Here's the question that I'm gonna be asking you right now. And it's right over here po. Please wait. So the question is right over here. So ang tanong dito ay ito yun. Number 8. Jolina and Nicole Tan. So shout out to both of you because they are the Tan sisters whom I have a crush on. Actually, to be honest, in the first place, crush ko talaga si Nicole. Pero in the future, I even have a crush on Jolina. So here's the question for today. So the question is this. For number 8, Jolina and Nicole, they both enjoy watching The Voice sing competition. You know already that game show, right? The Voice. That's the one where you sing. And then it's either you get the coach's turn or not. So eto yun, yung The Voice, okay?
Yes, that's The Voice. The Voice is when a kid gets to sing or a contestant gets to sing, then a coach will get the turn, presses his or I want you button so that the kid can move on to the battles. Yay! Yeah, I agree. I love that singing competition. It's really awesome. It's really legit. I wish I can be the contestant and I wish I can be part of the squad.
Yeah, I know, girls. Anyway, let's go to the question. Letter A. In the blind auditions, alam mo yung blind auditions round, di ba?
Yes, that's the part when you get to sing on stage with the coaches turning away. Then when the coaches push the I want you button, that's the time when you get nominated to be part of the battles.
Yup, that's exactly what happens in The Voice. In the blind auditions, there are 4 coaches in the blind auditions. Pero recently, there are only 3. Tsaka, I know talaga there are 3 coaches, sina Coach Bamboo, that's Kuya Bamboo from Camp Kawayan, Ate KZ from Team Supreme, and Kuya Martin from the More Team. But I know recently when I watched The Voice Kids on GMA, there's Kuya Stel from Stelbound, Jewel Squad from Ate Julie, Parokya ni Edgar, Parokya ni Kuya Cheats from Kuya Chito Miranda, and Believe from Kuya Bills. So yeah, but nowadays there's already a new guy called Pablo. So we call that Tropa ni Pablo or Kuya Pabs. So yeah, so now let's go to our question. So now here's the question. There are 4 coaches in a blind auditions round. Find the probability that at least 2 of the coaches will turn for him or for her. Now, here's the question. Ito na yung plot twist sa question na to. It says here, the probability of failure is 3x divided by x squared minus 7x plus 6. While the probability of success is x plus 6 divided by 5x plus 5. Okay. So now, all we have to do now is to solve for the value of x. Kasi nga, this is, di ba normally dapat, the probability that I will state here is ano to? Is ano to, more on the probability value given. Pero ngayon, it's more like a rational equation. Pero do you still remember what are the rules of probability distribution table? What are the rules?
A probability distribution table must have all the probability values sum up to 1.
Very good. So therefore, if P is this value, therefore Q is this value, P is this, and Q is this, therefore whatever value summed up together must equal to 1. Kasi nga no probability will ever be greater than 1. So therefore, we're gonna have to apply
rational equations.
Very good. Kailangan namin tayo mag-rational equations to solve the problem. Now, let's write the equation. So yan. So that's exactly what we're gonna do, di ba? So here's the rational equation as follows. So now we have a rational equation. 3x divided by x squared minus 7x plus 6, all grouped together, plus the quantity of x plus 6 divided by quantity of 5x minus 5 equals 1. So now all we need to do is to apply rational equations. Looking at our denominators here, what do we do first? Very good. So the first thing that we need to do is to find the LCD. So what do you think is the LCD in this problem? The LCD in this problem is, let's look. Let's factor out everything. Going now to x squared plus 7x minus 7x minus 6, how do you factor this out? Diba, remember, ma-factor out dito tayo. So, x squared minus 7x plus 6. Diba, remember what is the rule? Kailangan namin, we have to multiply, all the numbers must multiply. We do a cross, diba? What two numbers that you multiply to give you the middle term, which is negative 7, diba? And then add to give you negative 6. So, we know that 1 and 6 are coherent. Diba? So, we know that negative 1 and negative 6 are the valid values. Because negative 1 plus negative 6 equals negative 7. Tama? And then negative 1 times negative 6 gives you positive 6. Now, let's try. So, x minus 1, x minus 6. So, we get positive 6, negative 6x, negative x, x squared. Multiplying that together, we get this answer. So, tama. Therefore, we factor this out, we get 3x divided by x minus 1 and x minus 6. Alright? So, that's on the left-hand side. Now, for 5x minus 5, we just have to factor out 5. Madali lang yan. And what's the answer? Ganito yung sagot. So, when we do that, diba, remember, we still have x plus 6 here, diba? So, x plus 6 is still in the game. At kailangan tayo mag-factor ng 5. So, diba, remember, 5 times x equals 5x. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. So, therefore, that's our LCD. And since we have both x minus 1s, therefore, this will be our LCD. So, what is our LCD now?
The LCD is 5 times x minus 1 times x plus 6.
Very good. So, that is our LCD. So, our LCD is 5 times x minus 1 times x minus 6 quantity. Yun na yung LCD. Now, all we need to do is to multiply everything all together. So, in this scenario, we have 5 times x minus 1 times x minus 6 times 3x divided by this x minus 1 and x minus 6, diba? So, yan. And then plus this one, and then we have this, diba? X plus 6. All divided by 5x minus 1. And then on this side, we have this guy, diba? Yun, diba? Now we simplify everything. So on the left-hand side, what can we cancel? This one, diba? X minus 1 and x minus 6, diba? On the middle-hand side, what can we cancel? 5 and x minus 1 and this one. On the right-hand side, we just need to multiply everything all together. Of course, you know when we do this, we get this, diba? So now let's work this out. So now we have 5 times 3x on this side plus here we have x minus 6, x plus 6. It's equivalent to yan, diba? So now let's simplify all of this all together. 5 times 3x is 15x, diba? So this becomes your 15x. And then on the middle hand side, we have, look at this. We have x plus 6 and x minus 6. Hey, I think this may be kind of familiar. Because what that resembles means that it is the difference of two squares. Remember what I told you? Like for example, when you have x plus 1 times x minus 1, what do we do now? Diba, remember this becomes x squared. 1x plus 1x equals x. Negative 1x, negative x. Then negative 1. This one cancels, so it's x squared minus 1. So always remember, this is equivalent to the difference of two squares. This is x and this is a and b. Tama? So now we have the difference of two squares. So therefore, this is gonna be x squared minus 36. Yan. And then this is equivalent to, remember that x minus 1 times x minus 6 is equivalent to this. The x squared minus 7x plus 6. And then multiplied by 5, we get 5x squared minus 35x minus 30. Tama? Now, we already have a quadratic equation. Now, all we need to do is to just simplify. So therefore, we need to subtract both sides by x squared here and subtract both sides by x squared on the other side. This one, we need to subtract 15x here and subtract 15x on the other side. In here, we need to add 36 and add 36 here. Doing that so will give you 4x squared minus 50x plus 66. Pero we can still equal 0. Pero we can still factor. So we need to divide that by 2. Because the greatest common factor for everything is 2. Dividing everything else by 2. Therefore, we have 2x squared minus 25x plus 33 equals 0. Now, we can now solve for the value of x. So remember, since a is greater than 1, therefore, we need to multiply a and c together. So doing this table, a times c equals 66, diba? Then what two numbers that you multiply together that add to give you negative 25 and that, to give you positive 66 and that add to give you 25. So you list down all the possible factors of 66 and that's 1 times 66, malabo. 2 times 33, malabo. 3 times 22, wait. 3 times 22, let's try. 22, 3. 22 times 3 to give you 66. Tama. 22 plus 3, 25. And both of them must be negative. So therefore, let's try. X minus 22, x minus 3. This becomes positive 66. 3x, 22x, x squared. So tama, x squared minus 25x plus 66. Tama, that's correct. Pero remember, since we multiplied it by 2, now we need to divide and slide. Ganito kasi yun. So diba remember we have this one. X minus 22, x minus 3. We need to divide both sides by 2. And doing that, what do we do? So therefore, we have x minus 11, and then we have 2x minus 3. Diba? Equals 0. So which is the correct answer? Let's try 11 first, para mas madali. We know that this one here becomes 11. And this one here, 2x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides. And then, divide both sides by 2. Therefore, x must be 3 halves. So, yan. So, therefore, x can be 11 or x can be 3 halves. Tama? Now, let's double check it on the solution to see if it's correct. Remember the two values, okay? Here in my solution sheet in Microsoft Excel, here are the rational equations that I've done. Ito yun. Diba remember, we tried x is 11, and then here's the numerator. On the failure, diba remember what is the probability of failure? We have 3x. So that's 3 times 11. So 3 times 11 to give you 33. And then on the denominator, we have 11 squared minus 7 times 11 plus 6. Ito yun. So the sum of 11 squared times negative 7 times 11 and 6. And we get 50. On success, we have, diba remember, we have 11 plus 6 to give you 17. Then on the bottom side, 5 times 11 minus 5 to give you 50. Diba? And when we work this solution out together, diba remember, dapat sa denominator ay dapat kaparehas. And then dapat we leave this together and then 50 over 50. And then from there, we get to divide to find the probability. So therefore, we need to divide the two outcomes and we get 66%. And this one, we get 34%. And if we try, the if formula, if this one divided by this one is equivalent to the sum of these two, and if it's correct, we type correct, and if it's wrong, we say try again. And the answer that we get is correct. So therefore, this is the correct answer. So therefore, the probability of success when a coach will turn is 34%, while the probability when a coach will not turn is 66%. Tama? Assuming lang to ha, kasi nga it depends upon the coaches kung sila mag-iikot o hindi. Depende kung alin yung balak ni Lord. So yun po talaga yung pangyayari dyan. Okay? Now, all we have to do is to work on the binomial experiment. Diba remember the formula for binomial experiment? Ano yung formula ng binomial experiment? The formula for binomial experiment is NCR times P raised to the R power times 1 minus P raised to the N minus R power. Diba? 1 minus P is also considered as Q. Diba remember our Q is what? 66%. Our P is 34%. Tama? Now, let's work on the solution sheet. Diba remember sabi ko dito, find the probability that at least 2 of the coaches will turn. So, assuming therefore, ang kailangan namin ay dalawa. So, therefore, what do? We apply this formula. So, the probability goes like this. Product of common of 4C0, and then the probability of success, that's why I put $sign so that when I drag it down, it locks in. So, this is supposed to be the probability of success, which is 34%, and then raised to the 0th power, and then times the probability of failure, which is 66%, raised to the 4 minus 0th power. Kaya naman, I lock it with parentheses to ensure that this has to go first. Diba? Applying PEMDAS. And we should get this answer of 18%. Pag 1, that's 39%. Pag dalawa, that's 30%. Pag tatlo, and 4, and so on. And then we sum this up all together to ensure that we get a value of 1. And therefore, it is a probability distribution table. Tama? And therefore, it is a probability distribution table. Pero ang tanong ko dyan, dapat at least 2 coaches will turn. So, we get the 2 up to 4. And then, we sum it up all together. So, that's what I did here. Ang ginawa ko to, sinam ko yung dalawa, which you see right over here, sum of this answer, and we should get the answer of 41.93%. That is the answer. Next, letter B. Based on your answer in letter A, 5 contestants will perform. Find the probability that at least 3 of them will get the condition that they want. Ito ang ibig sabihin ko. Sa letter B, it's the same as letter A. Di ba, remember sa letter A, sabi ko dito, they need to get at least 2 coaches to turn for them. Kasi nga, it depends upon the parent. Baka mali mo, sabi magulang nila, anak, careful ka lang, asa na dapat manalo ka? Yeah! Birdo, I'm rooting for the kid because I wish that kid will get at least 2 coaches.
Yeah! Sana dapat! Para you all this, maraming coaches, tapos may pipili na!
Yes, diba? It's just like what you watch in The Voice. Kung anong pipiliin mo yung coach na yan. And that's what the parents do expect from the kids. The parents expect that they will, that they want the kid to have more than 2 coaches there. So, ito yun. So, based on the answer in letter A, when 5 contestants will perform, diba, sa isang episode ng The Voice, there will be 4 or 5 kids or competitors who will participate. Then, find the probability that in this episode, at least 3 of them will get the condition that they want. Ibig sabihin, at least 3 of these contestants will get at least 2 coaches to turn for them. At diba, remember, we already got na the answer for at least 2 coaches to turn for them, and that is in letter A. So, using that answer in letter A, we can now use that for letter B. Kaya nga sabi ko sa'yo, you need to get the requisite answer right. If you don't get the prerequisite answer correct, therefore, mali na lahat. So, kailangan namin i-double check. Gets? So, yan. So, now our answer, do you remember what's our answer in letter A? Our answer in letter A is 41.93%. Now, we need to get the probability of failure. So, this is the probability of success, and then 1 minus this one to give you the probability of failure, which is 58.07%. Now, let's do letter B. So, sabi ko dito, at least 5 of them. 3 of them. So, here's what we're gonna do. Applying the binomial experiment that you see here. So, therefore, we have NC5, that is 5C0. And then, we have the probability of success. Ay, wait, that's not the right answer. Kasi ba the correct answer dapat, it should be the condition that they want. Ibig sabihin that gameplay that they want 5 coaches to turn. So, dapat this is not the right answer. Kasi nga, this probability here talks about the probability for when the coaches will turn. Pero, we want the probability that at least 2 coaches will turn. Ito yun. So, dapat RP should be this one. This should be RP. So, RP should be this one. This should be our P. Diba? And then this one, this will be our Q. Our Q is this one. Q. Then we lock with the $sign. And this should be our answer. at kailangan tayo i-drag, i-lock namin with $sign para when we drag, it will still give us this answer. So, yun talaga yung nangyayari. Diba? So, yan. And then when we do this, diba remember this is exactly what we're going to do, diba? Diba remember ito, that's the probability of success. This one is the probability of failure. So therefore, this is the formula that we did. The common of 5C0 times the probability of success in letter A, which is 41.90% raised to the 0th power, times the probability of failure raised to the 5th power. 5 minus 0th power. And you're supposed to get this answer. Very easy, diba? And then you work it out for the rest. That's why you put $sign para this cell will still be continuous even if we were to drag it. Diba? That's what you call a reference cell. Kaya that's why nga i-lock namin with $sign para that can serve as the reference cell itself. So yun. And then we keep on doing this up to the last part. Hanggang dito. Then we sum everything up to see if we get 1. Because if it's equivalent to 1, therefore it is a probability distribution table. Tama? Now, what is my question again? My question is, at least 3 of them will get the condition that they want. Ibig sabihin, 3 contestants will get at least 2 coaches to turn for them. And the answer is right here. Isum na namin lahat dito sa 3 to 5. Ito yun. So, we put there the sum of these answers. Yan. And what do we get? And therefore, the answer is 35.12% that it will happen.
Oh yeah! Sana daw magdasal kay Lord! Sana dito talaga yung conclusion namin! Yung pangarap namin sa bata!
Yes, of course naman, Ma'am Shi. Kaya nga, we pray na lang para makuha nila yung ganon.
Yeah, I agree. Because I want at least 2 coaches to turn. I want to see Camp Kawayan. I want Team Supreme. Maybe, and I want the Mar team.
Yup, that's right, kiddos. Anyway, that's letter B. Now for letter C. Ito naman yung question naman to. Same as letter D, but find the probability that one of these coaches will turn on after the 6th contestant. So yan, ito na yung tanong ko sa iyo. Same by as letter A such that, diba remember, there will be at least 2 coaches who will turn. And then there's a probability for the coaches will turn or not. Pero it's an integration of letter A and B naman. Pero dito naman sa letter C, that in the first 6 contestants, no coaches will turn. Pero after the 6th round, all the coaches will turn. At least one of them should turn na. So ito na yun. So here's how we determine the probability of success. So here's what we did. Diba remember this is the formula that I did? Ang kailangan ko gagawin ay, first, diba remember this is geometric probability distribution table? Do you still remember the formula for geometric probability distribution table? The formula for geometric probability distribution table is Q raised to the n minus 1 times the P. Diba? Whereas Q stands for 1 minus P. Diba? Now let's go. So remember what is the probability of success? The probability of success is that when at least 1 coach will turn for them. And it's right here. That's why ang binut ko to ng sum of this one. So, diba remember this binomial experiment that you see here? It talks about the probability when the coaches will turn. So, if no coaches will turn, that's only 19%. Pero, if at least one of these coaches will turn, this is the percentage that they are going to get. Diba? Pero, you want them to turn on the 6th turn and so on. So, therefore, ito na yung solution ko. I also did it this way, such that this is the geometric formula. We have this. Diba remember 0 raised to the 1 minus 1 power times 1 minus this 1 power, or the summation of everything. And we should get this answer. Then we keep on doing this. Kasi nga, diba remember, if we were to do this, the sum, raised to the sum of this one, pwede pa rin. Pero we can subtract it from 1 because that can still yield us the same answer. So let's try naman if we do this. Diba remember dito, minute ko to sum of this one. We still get the same answer. So they are correct. So let's try, if we try the if formula, if sum of this one is equivalent to 1 minus this one, then correct. Try again if wrong. And we got correct. So therefore, this is a correct answer. Now, we were to do this all together. Ito yun. This is my long cut. I did it this way, such that we do the probability of failure times the probability of success, which is this one, which is a summation of everything. Now, this time, if 2 of that, then 3, on the 4th try, then 4, then 5, and so on. Diba? And this one, what I did here was the real geometric probability distribution table. And come to think of it, as we zoom closer, we should still get the same answer. Look at this, okay? So, diba, remember, this is 0, diba? This is 1, diba? If the coach will turn on the first round. Then, the second contestant. Then, wala sa second at first. Ito yun, diba? Then, 4th. Then, 5th. And then, 6th. And then, this one, we sum it all together. And then, when we sum this up all together, so that we can ensure what we get. And this is 0.995%. Then, 1 minus this one to give you the probability of failure. The probability in more than. Kasi nga this one is when you get the success. Is in the end trial. Pero if it's the excess or the exceeding, this is the one that you're going to get. And that's supposed to be 4.66. Did we get that answer right? Yes. It's 0.0047%. Yun talagang sagot. So therefore, ang ginawa ko dito, it's 1 minus 1 minus this one to give you this answer. So yun lang. Next, letter D. Next, letter D. Based on your answers, formulate the probability distribution table and the histogram. So, lahat yung mga kasagutan mo na answer tayo sa first place, sa first 3 numbers, we get to formulate the histogram. So, where are the histograms that I made? I remember I made a histogram somewhere, but I have to find it. So, I know the histogram that I made were just somewhere right over... Tama ba? Ayan, ito na yung histogram sa ginawa ko. So, all of this that you see here is the histogram. So, this one is the histogram that I made. This one here on the left side, this is the histogram that I made for letter A. Diba, remember yung question ko sa letter A, find the probability that, ano yun? That, diba, remember, if none of the coaches will turn, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So, this is exactly what the histogram is. And when I did the chart, it's right over here. This is where I get the databases. The databases, yung naka-highlight sa blue, ito yung databases na kinuha ko. Diba? And the one that's in the x-axis, yung naka-violet, that's the one that I put on the baseline. When that gives a description. When 0 coaches will turn, when 1 coach will turn, when 2 coaches will turn, 3 coaches, and up to 4. Diba? So this makes up, so this the histogram that was formulated. And therefore, instead of just reading those complexified numbers, we use a histogram for a representation for better skit of view, for better point of view. And with the highest, that's the one that comes most frequently. So therefore, we can conclude, as we look in the histogram, what can we say? Therefore, whenever a kid will join the blind auditions, most likely 1 coach will turn for them. But at saka, naman talaga, it's always like that, diba? This is always a trend that I always see in the boys' kids.
Yeah, I know. Because most likely, 1 coach will only turn. And sometimes, my mom will just keep on worrying for me if none of the coaches will turn. But luckily, at the last moment, just before the song will end, strike out! 1 coach has turned! Yay!
Yup, that's the point. Or baka malay mo, may block sila eh. Kasi ngayon talaga yung plot twist na yon sa The Voice. meron silang block sa coaches such that if a coach were to press the button, yun nga, the other coaches will not, if you will choose that coach, hindi pwede na, even though that coach will turn for you because it was blocked by another coach because yun nga, that coach really wants that kid more than ever. So yun talaga yung nangyari. Okay? So yun. So yun. And then if you want a 4-chair turner, this is so less. So yun, that's the probability, that's the histogram that I made for letter A. Next, for letter B, ano yung histogram na ginawa ko dito? So this histogram that I made here was relating to yan, this one. Such that when the coaches will, this gameplay will happen, ano yun, 5 contestants will join. And then, dapat at least 3 of them will get the condition or gameplay that they want. So, ito yun. So, yan, for 0, that is 0.606%. Then, 1 and 2, ito yung pinaka most likely. So, the 2 is the one that is plentier. Ayan, if you look at the distribution, it looks like that. The histogram tells us that the 2 is the one that comes most frequent. Yung pinakamataas, ito yung pinaka most likely. Yung nasa pinakababa, yung less likely naman. So yan, so that's how the histogram goes. So that's the layout of the representation for letter B. The histogram in letter B. And then for this one, for letter C, ito yung geometric probability distribution ko. Diba, remember, let's say for example, on the first try, all the coaches will turn, at least one of them will turn, it is most likely to happen. Diba? And then the second one, it is less. Yun, diba? So, ito yun. Ito yung histogram na ginawa ko sa letter C. Ito yun. Diba? If at least one coach will turn, this is the probability distribution table. Then if at least 2 coaches will turn on the second try, yun nga. If at least 1 coach will turn on the third try, and so on. And this how the geometric probability distribution table goes. It's going downwards. So yan, di ba? It looks like that. Very nice. And now, based on that, that's letter E. What can we formulate? What conclusion can we make? Like in the first histogram, the x is 1 and the x is 2 is the one where the probability value is high, which somehow represents like a normal curve in a normal distribution. Diba? Remember, that's the one I showed you here, diba? Ito kasi yun. Yan, diba? Ito yung histogram na ginawa ko sa letter A, diba? That's like a normal curve. Tapos, the second histogram is just like the first one. Yes, diba? Remember, it's right here, diba? Parang siya normal curve, if you look at it. If it's were to sketch it. Then in the third one, however, starts with the highest if no coaches could have turned, if any of the coaches would have turned. Pero, it gets lower if x gets bigger. Yan, diba? So it looks like this. Now, that's how we formulate the probability distribution table. That's it. Now, let's go to the next question. Letter F. Now, here's the battle round. Sabi ko dito, in the battle round, 3 members of their specific coach are chosen to battle on stage. If there are 816 ways of making one group in a battle, find the probability that at least one of the boys... wait. Before that, we know that this implying a hypergeometric probability distribution table. Pero teka, it tells us that it gives us the number of ways for it to happen. Pero, ang kailangan namin ay ilan yung mga bata sa isang team. Kasi nga, remember, it says here, 3 members of each of the team are chosen to make one group. Pero we need to know how many are there in the population. So kailangan namin ay yung formula na to. Diba, remember, it goes like this. Remember the formula n minus r times r factorial. Diba? Pero, diba, remember, sabi ko dito, there are 816 ways. So therefore, diba, remember, it goes like this. We have this n factorial because we need to know how many kids are there. And then n minus the r factorial. What is the factorial? 3, diba? And divide by 3 factorial is equivalent to the answer of 816. Now, ang kailangan namin, ihanapin namin si n. Pero paano tayo gawin yun? Do you still remember what is the formula that I told you to find n? Ganito kasi yun. Diba, remember, we know that this is n factorial. And we need to cross out that n minus 3 factorial. So, what do we do? So, diba, remember, you have n minus 1, n minus 2, and n minus 3. Diba, remember, that's how we write that in factorial notation. For n factorial, this is n factorial, n minus 1 factorial, n minus 2 factorial, n minus 3 factorial. So, let's say, for example, diba, remember what did I tell you before? If this were 6 factorial, what does 6 factorial mean? So, therefore, 6, we have 6 minus 1, 5, 6 minus 2, 4, 6 minus 3, 3, 6 minus 4, 2, 6 minus 5, 1, and 6 minus 6, 0. Diba? So, that's how factorial works. Yun talaga yung nangyari. So, therefore, n, that would be 6 minus 1, 6 minus 5, 1 factorial, 6 minus 2 factorial, 6 minus 3 factorial, and so on. And stop! Kasi nga we have n minus 3. So, did you know the n minus 3 factorials will cancel out? Ito, tsaka ito. And then, we have 816 on the right side. Then, we cross multiply these two. So, therefore, we have n minus 1, n minus 2 is equivalent to 816 times 3 factorial. We know that 3 factorial is 6. Diba? Pero, just like what I said, if you have a problem like this, we need on the right-hand side to match with the one on the left-hand side. So, with the 816, we can factor this out. So, when we factor out this 816, what are the factors of 816? Diba? 8 plus 1 equals 9 plus 6 equals 15. So, let's try 3. So, 81 divided by 3 is 27. 81, 6, 272. 272, we know that's divisible by 16. Doing this will give you 7, diba? So, that's 17 times 16. So, therefore, we factor this out. This will become 17 times 16, then times 3, diba? And then this one becomes 6, diba? And then when we multiply this together, we should get 18. So, therefore, it's a match. 18 times 17 times 16. And if it matches, let's get the 18. 18 minus 1 is 17. 18 minus 2 is 16. So, 18 times 17 times 16. So, therefore, how many people are there? So, therefore, 18 people or kids in one group. So, therefore, n equals 18. Yan, di ba? So, that's how the formula goes. Now, we know that there are 18 people in one group. So, now in one team. And we need to choose 3 members. So, now, we can now work the probability distribution table. Okay? So, here's how it goes. So, diba, remember this is the formula that that goes, diba? So, it goes like this. This one if there's 0, diba? So, yan, diba? So, therefore, we apply the combination of probability. So, it says here, ito yung tanong ko sa'yo. Find the probability that at least one of the boys of Team Supreme are in the battle. So, let's look at the Team Supreme area. Ito kasi yun. I saved their pictures right here. And the voice that I'm talking about is in the Voice Kids 2023. Ito yun. So, di ba remember ito yung Team Supreme? So, ilan yung mga boys nakita mo? Wait lang muna ah. Ayan. So, this is the Team Supreme area. So, where are the boys? Ito yung mga boys na hanapin ko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 boys. So, therefore, the combination formula is very easy. 5C0 times combination of 13C3 divided by combination of 18C3 because there are 18 kids in one group, in one team, and we're gonna select 3 of them to join one battle. Tama? So, therefore, it will go like this. And then 1, 2, and 3. Then we sum this up all together to ensure that we get a probability distribution table. And then we want at least one of the boys. So, ang kailangan namin tayo gagawin ay isum. So, therefore, we sum it up and we should get this answer. Yes, di ba? Next, letter G. Ang sabi ko dito, what if, same as letter F, but this time, 2 girls of Mark team whose names are composed of 3 syllables are involved in the group. Yeah, so if you want to go to the Mar team squad, you need to find the girls with at least 3 syllables in their names. Got that, Sir Martin? Anyway, oops, sorry. So we go to the Mar team picture, ito yun. Ito yung picture ng Mar team. So let's find the kids whose names have 3 syllables. Fabio, no. Patricia, yes. Patricia. 3. Rafa, John, Kai, hindi pwede. Isabel, 3. Isabel. Tama. Deon, wala. Jade, wala. Crystal, wala. Kendall, wala. Rai, wala. Camille, wala. Billy, Misha, Sean, Matthew or Sean. So dapat Matthew na lang. And then we have Vino, Jammer, and Juliana. 3. So 3 kids whose names have 3 syllables. So therefore, we do the formula. It goes like this. What's the question? 2 girls from our team. So therefore, it's 3C2, the combination of success. 3 girls whose names have 3 syllables in their names. And then divide by, and then times the probability of failure. And then 18C3. And that's 5.51%. Then for letter H, ano yung tanong ko? Dito naman sa Camp Kawayan. Ito yun. Sabi ko dito, same as letter F, but in the Camp Kawayan squad with Kuya Bamboo. Yeah! Rock it up in Camp Kawayan. So what's your question? The girls who are born later than 2012 are involved in that group. It means to say, yung mga bata na galing sa team ko ay born later than 2012. Yes, correct. And you can see naman the age of those kids before the game. Pero sometimes you need to know when is their birthday. And we know that if they're born mga, let's say for example, diba remember, they're 12 years old and 2023, they're born mga 2010 or 11, that's 2011. Kung 10, 2012. So kailangan tayo mahanap ng mga na 10 years old or less. So that they're born in 2012. Okay? So here's what we're gonna do. So as far as I can remember, si John, I think he's mga 10 years old. So therefore, pwede siya. Tintin is 12, hindi pwede. Chloe, 9, pwede. Chelna, 10, pwede. Si Princess J, di pwede. 12 siya. Shobe, sure na yan, she's only young. Si Catherine ay 11, so therefore 2011 siya, so hindi pwede. Si Candice, pwede. 5. Kasi nga, I remember she's only 8. So therefore 2012 or 2014 siya. Francesca, she's 12 years old, so therefore that's 2010. Si Janrel, that's 9 years old, so therefore pwede siya. Cheryl is also there. Shane, hindi pwede dito, kasi 12. Jaira, pwede. And the rest are 12. So therefore, there are only 8 kids who are born on late 2012 and later. So ito na yung solution sheet na ginawa ko. So here it is. Letter H, di ba? So what's the question? Ang sabi ko dito, at least 3 kids, at least one of the girls were born in 2012. Kasi nga I forgot to tell you pala, it's not the boy, it's the girl. Kailangan dapat babae. Tsaka if you look at the picture of the Camp Kawayan, ang daming babae doon. So therefore, ang kailangan namin ay babae. So kailangan dapat babae dapat. So look at the girls. Diba remember, this is one of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore, there are 6. Only 6 of the girls are born in 2012 and later on. So therefore, ito yung solution sheet na ginawa ko. So therefore, 7 is not the solution. So ang kailangan ko dapat ay 6. And this one should be 12. Then we drag so that we get 1. So yan. And therefore, we apply this formula. 6C0 times 12 minus, diba remember the probability of failure? That's 3 minus 0. So therefore, that's 3. And then this one, this becomes 2, diba? 1. And then for failure, it's 2. Then if this is 2, failure is 1. Then 3, then 0. Diba? And then when we sum this up all together, we should get 1. Diba? Looking at our distribution. At ang kailangan namin gagawin sa susunod ay ito. Our question is, the girls who were born later than 2012 are involved in one group. So, we need to add the sum of 1 to 3. So, ito kasi yun. So, we need to sum this one. Yan, ito. From 1 to 3. And that will give us 73.4%. Yan. That's it. Now, let's go to the next item, which is letter G. Letter I. We're almost done. Tiisa lang tayo, okay? So, for letter I, ito na. In the live semifinals. Yeah, the live semifinals. Beow! Beow! Dito na tayo. Live semifinals. Kung saan lahat kayo, you have the power to vote. Exactly, Kuya Robbie. Because when you get to the live semifinals, each and every one of you will have a chance or a power to vote for who will get to the finals and who will become the grand champion. That is live semifinals. So, in the live semifinals, ang sabi ko dito, an average of 100 voters. Actually, that's not really true because I know it's not only 100. Yeah, it's not just 100. It's more than 1,000. I know, Kuya Robs. It's just that I got the average wrong. But never mind because I thought kasi it's like that eh. Kasi nga sabi ko live semifinals eh. Kung live semifinals, dapat marami yung tao. At kung sa team mo last time, when you watch the Voice, doon sa blinds, sa battles, at saka sa sing-offs, ang battles na yan ay, ang numero ng tao ay only 100 to 500 lang. Pero sa live finals, sa outside world pa, pati pa rin sa Luzon, Visayas, sa Mindanao, pati pa sa USA. So, kailangan dapat at least 1,000 na tao. Wow, Kuya Robs, I'm sure you know a lot. Talaga ba? More than 1,000? Higit pa, baka malay mo, 10,000 ang kailangan namin doon. Wow! 10,000 people, ang dami naman yan. But anyway, let's just make it around 100. Kasi nga, we were to do 1,000, it's plenty naman kasi eh. That's also my point. So, let's go to the question. But in real life, it's more than 10,000, just like what Kuya Rob said. Ew! Tama! Yes po. Anyways, we're having a class here. So, in the live semifinals, an average of 100 voters are voting for their specific artist in the show. Find the probability that more than 160 of them are voting within the show process. So, yan. Di ba remember this one implies a Poisson probability distribution table. Pero, sa Poisson question na to, it says more than. Ibig sabihin more than. So, therefore, we need to do this formula. Di ba remember na naman yung formula na to sa Poisson distribution? We have the Poisson. We type there Poisson dot this. And then, di ba remember ito yung x, di ba? X. And then the mean. Then the cumulative. X that represents the score. M for the mean. And then the cumulative, if you want it true. Therefore, the true, kapag true, ibig sabihin 0 to x itself. Like for example, if x were 5, so 0 to 5. Diba? If false, x itself lang. Yan, diba? So now let's do this. So diba remember na live semifinals, an average of 100 voters are voting. So let's see the solution. Ito yung solution na ginawa ko. So tama, it's 1 minus the Poisson distribution of 160, 100, and true. Kasi nga 160 is our x, our mean, our score, tapos our mean is 100, and then, ang kailangan namin ay true. Because remember, it starts from 0 up to x itself. Diba? Pero we need to subtract it from 1 because we need to get on the excess side pa rin. Because we know that all probabilities underneath the probability distribution are always equivalent to 1. So therefore, whatever answer we get there, if we get that answer, we need to subtract that from 1. So, ganito kasi yun. Kung ginawa ko to, Poisson, this, and then 160, then 100 is our mean, and then true, we should get this answer of 0.999. Then we subtract it from 1, we should get this answer of this one. If we translate it to percent, it goes like this. 0.001.26. And it makes a match. Diba? Kasi nga ang kailangan namin, kukunin namin yung excess. That's what we're doing. So we're going in the left-hand side in general. We need to get the right-hand side by subtracting it from 1. Diba? And to show emphasis, ito yung solution sheet na ginawa ko. So I did this Poisson distribution, F, the mean, and then the mean is 100, the score, then 100 and false. And it gives us this answer. Then I kept on dragging all the way up to 160. And it sure is a lot. Grabe naman, hanggang 160, hanggang dito. Diba? And then we sum everything up from 0 all the way to 160 itself. At yun na yung total. And then from there, we need to get the excess. So, ang kailangan namin, isubtract na namin from 1. I'll show you. Yan, di ba? 1 minus this guy. And we should get this answer. That's what you call the excess to the right-hand side. So, yan. And if you look at our histogram, di ba, remember histogram looks like this, di ba? Our histogram looks like this. So, ito na yung histogram na ginawa ko sa letter I. If you look at this from 0, there's not that much people who are voting, even up to 10s and up to 40s. But when it starts reaching up to 50, ang dami na. And then keeps going up to the closer to the mean. At kapag nasa mean na, wow, ang haba. Mataas na kapag nasa average. Lalo na sabi ko, ang mean namin ay 100. Dami 0.068 at 0.08. Ang daming tao ay nagboto dyan. And we know the highest is mga 101. 0.01. Grabe! Maraming voters na that time. And yes, of course, if we go down, lower, yes, it looks like, if you look at the graph here, it somewhat represents that it looks like a normal distribution. Diba? And that's the answer in letter I. Then for letter J, this time, it's the same as letter I, but the average number of voters is 120. Kasi nga, oo nga, yun ang sabi ko sa'yo. Paano kaya kung sabi ko, 1,000 kaya? Will it affect the mean? Pew! Siyempre naman, Kuya Billy, it will do affect the mean. Ang dami mga numero dyan. So therefore, if we do that, if our number of voters is 120, ito pa yung proseso. We still do the same procedure. Starting from 0, di ba? And then we type the same thing, di ba? Then false. And then we keep dragging it. Keep doing the same formula all the way up to 160. Hanggang dito. Then sum everything up. And then 1 minus to get the excess. At ito na yung distribution ko. Wow! Kuya Robzo, wow! Mas malaki na yan kapag 120. Ito na yung mean na, oh. Yes! And it looks like a normal distribution. So therefore, we can conclude if we look at both of the graphs, therefore, if our mean is 100, the highest is somewhere near 100. If our mean is 120, if we look at this graph here, it should be higher than the mean. The highest will be at 120. Pag dumating na sa 100, ito na. Maraming tayo na bumoto. Yan. So therefore, in conclusion, kung ano yung mean, doon tayo talaga magtataas. So that is the conclusion. And those are my questions for letter K and letter L. Based on your answers in letter I and J, formulate the distribution table and histogram. At yun yung ginawa ko. And then for letter L, these are the conclusions. So lahat yung masinate ko, ito na. And if you want to read more about my conclusions, ito na yun. Here are my conclusions that I put there. So if I were to let you read all my conclusions, ito na yun. For letter L, sabi ko dito, if you look at both of the histograms and the Poisson probability distribution table, they both look like a normal distribution. The mean of the Poisson distribution is the area where X is the highest. Yun ang sabi ko sa'yo. Kung saan galing yung mean, ito na talaga yung pinaka mas mataas. Kaya nga that's why nga when you go to the normal distribution in the next chapter, you will already see why this makes sense to all distributions, that all the means, the median, the modes will always coincide at the center, which represents that that's the main average. And that's what you mostly expect in our normal distribution tables. And that's it, guys, for this video. Don't forget to watch. You know what you're gonna watch, kids?
The Voice Kids! Hosted by Kuya Robby Domingo!
Ew! Tara na, mag-download na ng Voice Kids. Sabado, 7:15 p.m. At Linggo, 8:15 p.m. Dito lang sa A to Z!